Welcome to God Likes Porn. I'm Ben the Demon, and no, I am not a talking tampon soaked in Godzilla's jizz. Alright, let's talk about C-SPAN, which every day airs the exciting misadventures of the United States Senate and House of Reverend. C-SPAN is so boring, Citizen Kane was like, I'm a black and white film from 1941, and even I'm not this boring. Like, Microsoft Excel watches C-SPAN, that's their target audience. Not gonna lie though, when you run out of sleeping pills, C-SPAN, dude. They do the fucking job. That's how they should market themselves. C-SPAN. We're better than melatonin. By the way, if you are watching C-SPAN for fun, at that point, just kill yourself. It's too late for you. All right, so last Thursday, C-SPAN was showing Representative Maxine Waters talking about Russia, okay? Russia. And all of a sudden, this happens.
With a bill that would basically take our cop on the block, the SEC, and literally obliterate.
Yeah, that's RT, Russia Today, the official butthole from which Putin's bullshit comes out. Waters is talking about Russia, and then Russia Today cuts in. Is that just a coincidence? Or is that pro-conspiracy theory? I know, coincidence or conspiracy? I don't know. Again, wrong. By the way, what is this fucking song RT is playing? This fucking royalty-free Nickelodeon song. C-SPAN should just use it all the time to bring some life to their footage.
Greg Harper and Robert A. Brady tellers on the part of the...
Yeah, it's not working. I'd rather eat clay. The tweets they're showing are about San Escobar, which is a fake country that doesn't exist based on some gaffe a Polish minister made. Which, my question then becomes, is RT doing satire now? Propaganda satire? I mean, what fucking news organization just puts up tweets as regular news?
President-elect Trump, as you know, he tweets up a storm.
Donald Trump, his nuclear proclamations by tweet.
Mr. Trump responded on Twitter.
Trump warned in a tweet.
Tweeting today.
Trump tweeting. Trump tweeted.
Trump tweeted.
Twitter.
All right, I get it. We have an internet troll for president. God damn it. My point is, this C-SPAN Russia Today fuckery wasn't the only mysterious glitch. Check out what happened that same day when MSNBC correspondent and likable stepdad David Ignatius talks about, of all things, Russia.
General Mattis today, Mike Pompeo, the CIA director, almost swearing that they're going to be hardliners on Russia.
It cuts off right when he says Russia, and they make it Zara, which is what the fuck is that? Zara sounds like the name of your biology class's really nice foreign TA. Like, hello, welcome to Biology 102. My name is Zara. Actually, I'm sorry. I cut it off earlier. There's a little bit more to that clip. Check it out.
Almost swearing that they're going to be hardliners on Russia.
All right, that's enough. Your IQ just went down 10 points. I'm sorry. All right, let's talk about today's main story, which is that tomorrow Trump's president. What the fuck? Because we were on break last week, to make up for it, on Saturday morning at 7 a.m., we will be having a special post-inauguration day hungover as balls episode, so that'll be coming up. But for now, let's look at the confirmation hearings for Trump's cabinet. These past couple weeks, the Darth Vader All-Stars have had to make their way to the podium and answer some tough questions, girl. There was Grandpa Fuckface for Secretary of State. There was Kim Jong-un's wife for Secretary of Transportation. There was I hate them niggers for Attorney General. There was a huge thumb with some gray hair on it for Secretary of Health and Human Services. And then there was the man, Denzel's retarded brother, Ben Carson, for Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. You know that Trump just saw the word urban and went, black, give me the black. All right, so during his opening statement, Ben Carson cracks a little joke, and let's see how the committee responds.
Within the space of a year and a half, I went from the bottom of the class to the top of the class, much to the consternation of all those students who used to call me dummy. They were now coming to me saying, Benny, how do you work this problem? And I'd say, sit at my feet, youngster, while I instruct you. I was perhaps a little obnoxious, but it sure felt...
Holy shit. Those old white guys are not fucking around. It looks like for just a moment, they wanted to bring back segregation. Were these the actual guys that called Ben Carson dummy at school? Like, is this shit personal right now? Even the guy on the left has to kind of look at his colleagues like, wait, what? Why are we being so serious? Do we have souls? But Ben Carson, he does not give up on the jokes. Instead of the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, he should be the Secretary of making white people uncomfortable.
Will financially benefit the president-elect or his family?
Well, Senator, I was worried that you wouldn't get back. Thank you for coming back.
I'm back.
I'm back. Rubs hands viciously to ease the awkwardness. Just stop, Ben. Stop. You're ruining Earth. Here's the thing, dummy. Again, you're going to be Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. So yeah, you're top of your class. That all sounds great and wonderful, but you were a pediatric neurosurgeon.
Now you say, well, that all sounds great and wonderful, but you were a pediatric neurosurgeon. How could you have anything wonderful to say about any of these things? Well, you know, I have to chuckle when I hear people say things like that. I find that kind of humorous, particularly knowing what the human brain is capable of. You can't overload it. You hear some people say you overload your brain. You can't do it. If you learned one new fact every second, it would take you more than 3 million years to challenge the capacity of your brain.
What the fuck? All right. So first of all, your response to, can you do this job is, yeah, because I have a brain. That response alone makes me wonder, are you sure you have a brain? Not like it technically counts as a brain. No, like a full brain. Do you have? More importantly, you can do one new fact every second and it would take 3 million years to challenge your brain? Fuck no. Fuck no. What kind of fucking superhuman are you? Noam Chomsky, I might believe. But Ben Carson, you do shit like this.
When he said, great, and he said he learned a lot of things. What do you think he took away from today?
My luggage. Hold on.
Okay.
Who are you? Is that your one new fact a second brain working there? Fucking dumbass. Is this guy really a doctor, or is he a doctor like Dr. Dre? Like he just goes by that. All right, but that's not all Sleepy Alan West had to say.
Can you just assure us that not $1 will go to benefit either the president-elect or his family?
It will not be my intention to do anything to benefit any American.
Wait, what was that? So you're just straight up down to like be Hitler. Like I'm the only black guy here. Who gives a fuck, you know? Ben Carson's whole life is just one extended brain fart. What is actually going on in his head?
Any American.
Okay, I was gonna end this video with real life Uncle Ruckus over here, but then this Tuesday, shit got a little more serious with the confirmation hearing for Education Secretary and Caucasian witch Betsy DeVos. So Senator Al Franken asks DeVos whether schools' test scores should be used to measure students' proficiency, which is how good they are at, for instance, math, or growth, which is how much they improve at, say, math. It's a very basic, important question, especially for the Secretary of fucking Education. But this is how she responds.
I think if I'm understanding your question correctly around proficiency, each student is measured according to the advancement that they're making in each subject area.
Well, that's growth. That's not proficiency.
The proficiency is if they've reached a like third grade level for reading, etc.
But it surprises me that you don't know this issue.
That's the face of the prospective education secretary going, yeah, I need to get educated on this. Dude, even I know about this proficiency versus growth debate, and I'm a sock with fake eyes. Ms. DeVos, here's how I'd put it. Proficiency is what you lack, and growth is what you actually have a lot of room for. So trust me, go with growth on this one. But everyone's annoying racist auntie wasn't done yet.
Do you think that guns have any place in or around schools?
I think that's best left to locales and states to decide.
You can't say definitively today that guns shouldn't be in schools?
I would imagine that there's probably a gun in the school to protect from potential grizzlies.
Wait, what was that? Potential grizzlies? Like fucking grizzly bears? At first I thought she was making a cutesy Sarah Palin euphemism for school shooter, but I looked it up and she's talking about fucking grizzly bears. Yeah, good reason to allow guns in schools. Cause you know that school grizzly bear epidemic, you know, I can't even count the number of children we've lost in grizzly bear attacks on schools because we haven't lost any in the fucking first place. Haven't you seen enough heartbreaking school shootings in the news to know that more guns in schools is a bad fucking idea? Betsy DeVos, before you start running the education system, maybe you should re-enroll in it first. I'll see you guys on Saturday. All right, that's enough.